Channel. Today I'm going to be using a oldie but goodie, the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Hydra Foundation. Looks like this. I used to use this about 4 years ago a lot, but I saw that it said about a year ago that it is for 24 months and then it expires. So I did purchase a new one just the other day. Came in, looks like this. This is the box. It says that it is 24-hour foundation, evens out skin tone, blurs imperfections so you can face anything, medium to full buildable coverage, won't settle into lines or pores, oil-free formula, controls shine all day, won't cause breakouts, comfortable, natural matte finish, transfer proof, and will not oxidize. So those are a lot of claims. Like I said, I did use this, I remember about 4 years ago, a lot. So just wanted to go back and test out the waters and see if I still like this foundation. If I don't like it, there have been a lot of new foundations that have come out. So I did get shade 03. I don't know if you can see that right there. It is fair with neutral undertones. It looked like the best color match for me. So it comes in a bottle just like this. Has a little cap. Just take it off. It does have a pump. Yeah, so we're going to be using this today. This is what I have on my face now. Just want to see if I love it just as much as I did 4 years ago. Like I said, it does have a 24 months expiration date. So this is a fresh bottle. I did throw the other one out, and if you haven't already, please go hit that subscribe button. I am a small YouTube channel, and every subscription helps. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and without no further ado, let's get right into this video. Okay guys, so just starting off, I'm going to go ahead and clip my hair back. I bought these clips at my local Dollar Tree, and I absolutely love them. They just slide in and clip right on, and there we go. Gonna start off with my Smashbox Oil and Shine Control Primer. I am just going to place this in the T-zone and then just rub it in. And I know this is not a new product, but I usually don't use this. I think I've used it like once before, and I noticed it's a little thick for my liking. But I do go in with my Dr. Brandt Pores No More because I noticed that the Smashbox primer did not fill in or do anything for my pores, and my main concern is my pores, so I do need to fill those in. So just going in with a little bit of that. Then going to go in with the Smashbox foundation. I am in the shade 0.3. It is a neutral undertone, and it comes in the bottle like this. It's a little glass bottle, and it has a top that pops off with a pump. Gonna give this a good shake and then apply 2 full pumps to the back of my hand. And like I said, this is a brand new bottle, so it took a few pumps, but I am going to apply probably 2 pumps and a half that actually came out, but they are little pumps. So just going to dot this all over my skin. And at first I thought it was going to be just a little bit light, but as I blended it out, I noticed it was a good shade match to my neck. If you look at my neck, it is a lot lighter than my face. My face has hyperpigmentation and is red. And right off the bat, I do know that there is a smell. So, didn't really bother me, but just a little side note. And these clips are actually kind of bothering me, so I'm just going to go ahead and pop those right on out. But the smell is not super strong, but it is there. You do notice it. So, just a little note. If you are sensitive to smells, you might not like this foundation. And it did linger for a little bit after I applied it, but it didn't stay like that all day. So as you can see though, it does look light, but it covered up everything that I needed it to cover, and it does match my neck. I probably could have went one shade down, but it's okay. We're going to make this work. So just finishing pouncing that into my skin, and I noticed it did not cover up everything that I needed it to actually. I still show some hyperpigmentation through the foundation. Going in with my Dose of Colors concealer, of course. I know that gets repetitive, but I absolutely love this. And just going to apply that right under my eyes and on top of my eyes as my eyelid primer, and down the bridge of my nose, and then in between my brows. So I never do any triangle shape under my eyes. I know a lot of people on YouTube do that, but for me it's just too much product. So just pouncing that in with the same sponge. And by the way, that is the Real Technique sponge. It is just a limited edition. And I didn't go in with a second coat of this foundation because I noticed it was already looking a little dry and cakey, so I was a little scared to go in with a second coat. But gonna go in and set the concealer with my Lancôme setting powder, and just going to put that under the eyes where we put that concealer, and then on top of my eyes where we also put the concealer, and then I'm going to just lightly dust it all over my face. And this foundation also says that it's lightweight, but I did feel it on my face. So not really agreeing with that claim there. I kind of did feel this on my face, and at first was a little bit comfortable and was almost like a tight feeling. But moving on and going in with my Milani Silk Matte Bronzer, and that's in the shade 01. That is a Real Techniques brush that I'm using for that. And as always, I'm going to list every product that I used in this video down below in the description box. So in case I didn't mention a color or a product name or something like that, you can find it down there. But just going to go ahead and put this in the hollows of my cheeks, around the perimeter of my face, my jawbone, wherever I normally put my bronzer. And there was no problem like the bronzer going over the foundation. It went over smoothly. It's just how the foundation was kind of already looking on application. So just really bronzing my cheeks. Going in with my Essence blush. This is in the shade 010. Just going to dab my brush and then put that on the high points of my cheeks. And as you can see, it is super pigmented because I barely tapped in there and got all that pigment. I'm going to put just a little bit on the tip of my nose, and then a little bit around my forehead. And then going to go in with this Essence highlighter and my Shop Miss A highlighting brush, which only costs $1. If you have not tried this brush, you guys, you need to go on shopmissa.com and get you one because it is so good, no lie, for $1. But just applying that highlighter to the high points of my face, cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, between my eyebrows, and then my cupid's bow. And as you can see, it's kind of natural looking, but it's still very beautiful. It's not one of those that's going to make your face look totally wet. I'm going to go in with my favorite palette, or one of my favorite palettes. This is the Aromas palette. You get this off of Amazon, and as you can see, I just dipped right in there and there's literally no fallout or any kickback. I absolutely love this palette. It is so good and worth every penny. This is better than the $65 palette. So yes, if you don't have it, you should go on Amazon and get you one because they're just that good. But just going in with that peach shade on the lid as my transition shade, and then going to go in with that purpley mauve shade down at the bottom and just go right under what we just did. Just kind of buff that in, giving our eyes just a little bit more dimension. And none of these colors have kickback. They're all the same. They're all very buttery smooth, very pigmented. You only literally have to tap your brush in there and get a lot of color. So no need to dig your brush in. Gonna go in with that darker mauve shade on the outer corner right there. Really not trying to create a V, but just darkening up the outer portion of our eye. And then gonna do the same thing with the other eye. And you guys, literally, I barely tapped my brush in and got all that pigment. So, no lie, this palette is really good. Gonna go in, like I'm showing, literally that's how I tapped it in there, and you get all that pigment. You only need to tap, no reason to swirl or dig your brush in, because you will just ruin this palette. I'm gonna do the same thing on the bottom lash line. Just gonna run that same exact purpley color that we used on the lid, just to match what we did on the top. Gonna do the same thing on both eyes, of course, and then going in the corners with that peach shade that we used at first. So kind of just marrying the two together, and then buffing a little bit on the top, making everything match, making sure everything's well blended and seamless, and there's no harsh lines or edges. Then I'm going to go in with that first matte shade and then use that as my brow bone highlight. And that little brush right there, it's a flat shader brush I did get off Walmart.com. Came in a set of 10 for like $10. Gonna go in with that shimmery shade, and of course my finger, because your finger is absolute best tool for any glitter, shimmer, or anything like that. I find that it is so much better than a brush. You be the judge for yourself, but I have used both and my finger is just so much better. But to get in the very inner corner, just because my nails are so long, I am going to have to use a brush. But that is a e.l.f. flat shader brush right there, just to kind of make sure everything looks seamless. Then I'm going to just quickly brush through my brows. I don't really do too much to them. Then moving on, we are going to go in with this Bare Minerals Strength and Length Mascara. I absolutely love this mascara. The wand is a little bit tricky, but after you get the hang of it, it is such a good mascara. It does lengthen, and it does give volume, but I find that it gives more length than volume. But it does not flake or smudge or leave you with raccoon eyes. And it is so good, and it has, once again, lash-loving ingredients. So your lashes do feel soft after applying this. They're not crunchy or hard. And it's easy to take off with just warm water and some eye makeup remover or facial cleanser. So also going to go in with my Thrive Cosmetics mascara just to give a little bit more volume. Like I said, the Bare Minerals does give a lot of length, and I love it for the lash loving ingredients, but needed just a little bit more volume. So just going to go in with probably 1.5 coats of my Thrive Cosmetics, which is also very good and does easily remove, so you don't have lash fallout. And then just quickly applying a few coats of that, and then going to go back in with that Bare Minerals and apply that to my bottom lashes. And this will not flake on you. It won't give you raccoon eyes or anything like that. So right here, I'm just going in with my NYX. This is my wooden lip pencil, which is my absolute favorite. This one here is in the color Violet Smoke, but I do love these wooden lip pencils from NYX because they literally last all day through eating and drinking, even when my lip product is gone. And I'm just deciding here which Kylie lip product I want to put on. And these are 2 of the velvets and then 1 mini matte, and just trying to decide which one looks better with this eye color. And so one of the minis I chose, and I will leave the name of it down below in the description box, and just applying that. And I really love, this is a velvet instead of the matte. I do also love the matte, but the matte is just a little bit more drying, and as you can see, it's perfect tone for the eye look. And then just going to pat that in to make sure everything is smooth. Then going to finish everything off with my Smashbox Photo Finish Setting Spray. Just going to drench my face really quick and let that dry. Going to take my sponge and then just tap that in just to make sure everything is flawless. Just letting that lip product dry on my lips just for a second. And then I am going to go in with the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. This is just clear with some glitter in it, and I will leave the name of the Lifter Gloss down below in the description box. And I'm kind of just applying that to the middle of my lips just to give my lips a little powderier look. And there you have it, guys. This is the finished makeup look. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, see you on my next one, and thanks for watching.